We're back, and it's the end of the first quarter, 2025. So we're going to talk about albums that I have attained during the first quarter of the year. Some of them are my favorites. Most of them are my favorites, actually, or I wouldn't have bought them. That's kind of how we're doing things now. I decided last year to kind of do it a quarter at a time, leading up to what would be like my favorite, albums of the year at the end of the year. And I'm going to do that again. All right, so the first album is actually the first album that I bought this year, and it's Weft by Blue Lake. The last Blue Lake album, name escapes me at the moment, was one of my top 10 favorite records of 2023. This one is excellent as well. Jason Dungan is an artist, or I believe he's originally from Texas, but he is based out of Denmark now. And this album is, like the last one, focused around the zither. It's a, I don't know, like 236 string zither or something like that. But a lot of the music on this album is kind of pastoral in feel. The previous record had some remnants of jazz in it, but was also very folky, all instrumental, obviously. Outstanding composition, beautiful, beautiful music. Highly recommend Weft by Blue Lake. All right, the next album that I'm going to talk about is by the Scottish band Dropkick, and this is Primary Colors. Andrew Taylor is a great songwriter. Jangle pop, power pop, kind of your whole mix of kind of like indie pop together, right? Mixed together. I think the first time I ever listened to Dropkick, I was like, okay, this is pretty much like a Teenage Fan Club cover band or something, But I really got into Andrew Taylor's work with the Boys with the Perpetual Nervousness, which was a band that he started with the founder of Bobo Integral record label. I used to have a compilation of Dropkick's work, kind of a best of compilation. And when you put all of those songs together, they're great songs, but it kind of feels a little samey. And you separate their music from album to album, and it doesn't sound as samey. Of pop rock styles from song to song, it has the most variety of any Dropkick record. I think that it might even be, it's probably my favorite Dropkick record, and might be objectively their best.
Think I was too slow. I didn't know that you only told me where to go. I could have changed my mind. Maybe you might think I was too slow. I didn't know about it.
So far into 2025, we're pretty heavy on alt country, cosmic country, Americana, whatever you want to call it. And it's interesting because I see a lot of other artists that don't normally dabble in that music have planned releases coming out. Like there's a Julian Baker and Torres record that's coming out that is a It looks like it's going to be kind of an alt-country, Americana-leaning album, as well as Alan Sparhawk is putting out a record with Trampled by Turtles. So I don't know if this is kind of like a trend, becoming a trend. Right now, early into the year, I'm going to call 2025 the year of the twang. All right, this is the third release from the band Fust. It's called Big Ugly. Fust is a band helmed by Aaron Doughty. He's a guy from Northern Virginia, I don't know where in Virginia, but he's from Virginia. And currently he's based in Durham, North Carolina, because he's working on his doctorate. There's a local blog, a kind of a North Carolina-based blog that talks about North Carolina music that I check in on every once in a while. And they mentioned Fust. They'd seen them play live somewhere. The first album that I listened to by them was Genevieve. And I have to be honest, I wasn't that blown away by it. It's pretty good. I mean, when you listen to as much of this kind of music as I do, it can all kind of like bleed together if you're not careful, if you don't kind of filter it, or if you listen to too much of it. So I don't know. At times I approach kind of new bands that I learn about in this genre with a little bit of skepticism. And Fust was one of those bands, but it was due to the sound. It was just it was a sound that I'm very used to already. There's like this double-tracked kind of vocal effect. It's not auto-tune, but the way that they kind of build the vocals, it almost sounds like that a little bit. Just so much like Bon Iver kind of, that I couldn't really buy into it as much. This record, I decided to check out and started streaming it, and it is really, really good. I think that they are really starting to kind of form their own kind of sound and their own kind of identity. Aaron Doughty has always been a good songwriter, don't get me wrong. I think he's a great lyricist. I think he's a really good wordsmith. I think that he can craft really good stories. It's just the musicality of it that I kind of get wishy-washy on. But this is a confident sounding record. The guitars are, there's just a little bit more muscle to it. And it's got a bigger sound. It sounds really bright. If I'm in my kind of like sad bastard mode, which is a lot of time, a lot of the time, there are certain songs on this record that can sound a little cheesy. But if I'm just having a nice sunny day, a nice sunny spring day here in North Carolina, and driving around listening to this in the car is fantastic. I have to say, it's a really, really, really strong record. And so I don't blame any of you Fust heads out there for going crazy over it.
We have our own language. Well, I had mine, but yours had all those ways of saying how and why. So we use yours, but I still dream in mine. I still dream in mine. But if we can make it up the mountain again, we'll be back with country friends. And there'll be language on the mountain again. Oh, what country friends is there?
Okay, and of course, there's the new Jason Isbell record, Foxes in the Snow. This is the first accredited to Jason Isbell only album since 2015, Something More Than Free. Now, this one is definitely nothing but Jason Isbell. It's just him and his guitar in Electric Ladyland Studio, if I remember correctly, produced by Gina Johnson. And I have to say, it's outstanding. It's recorded beautifully. I know that there's a lot of people that want to make it all about you know, the divorce album and all of that, you know. And yes, he's even said in the interview, this is probably his most outright personal, 100%, you know, personal album, where the lyrics are definitely coming straight out of like his life. I choose to not get in Reddit threads wondering how Jason and Amanda's relationship are doing, or I don't want to think about these people as I'm listening to it. And if you don't do that, if you aren't a People magazine nerd when it comes to like your music listening, you can listen to this record and the songs are very universal, even though it's extremely personal to him. That's what I love about it. And that's what I think is the most successful thing about it. But yeah, Foxes in the Snow, Jason Isbell. I keep waiting for a dud to come along and it just hasn't happened. Yeah, it's really, really good. All right, and then these two albums have been my favorite releases of the year so far. This one really kind of took me by surprise. It's Bonnie Prince Billy's Purple Bird. I've whittled my Will Oldham collection down to about 6 records, which has been tough. Now, I have a couple of others on CD still. It's just how I kind of treat my record collection and trying to keep it around a certain size. I definitely have my favorite Will Oldham records, my favorite Bonnie Prince Billy records. And this one is up there. Now, every time he releases something, I hear a song or two off of it and I'm like, oh shit, this is so fucking good. Like, how does he keep it? And then when you spend more time with it, like his last record, I spend a little bit more time with it and it just kind of, it just loses its luster and it just doesn't stick with me as much. This album has yet to do that. I absolutely love it. The group of musicians that are playing with him, this features Tim O'Brien on it and Britt Marling on backing vocals, and John Anderson is on here, which is wild to me. It's one of his most pure country music records that he's ever made, for sure. And yeah, this has definitely been at the top of my list so far this year. And then this next one has really worked its way up as well, since I honestly can't stop listening to this album as of late. And the album is Horses by Tobacco City, a band out of Chicago, Illinois. This is their second full length. It's a duo of Lexi Goddard and Chris Coleslaw. They're the principal songwriters, lead vocalists. Chris Coleslaw does most of the lead vocals. Lexi Goddard has a few songs where she's highlighted, and then provides the Emmy Lou accompanying harmony vocals to his Graham Parson vocals. There are just elements about it that are kind of hazy and dreamy and kind of take it into that cosmic country kind of realm. But it definitely is more Fallen Angels than it is Birds or country leanings of Grateful Dead. Highly, highly recommend it. Just the harmonies especially are absolutely beautiful. But the pedal steel player, what's that guy's name? Andy PK? Red? Andy Red PK? Dude, the pedal steel player is remarkable. Yeah, I absolutely love this album. It's just grown on me with every single listen.
Harvest the honey and string up the beans. That's how we make it our home. Do it by hand and screw the machines. That's how we make it our home. Pull down the fences and pull up a chair. That's how we make it our home. Nobody's perfect and nobody cares. That's how we make it our home. Rising up to meet the
I really quick, I want to talk about Severance. Cut it off because I might say something. I'm not going to really give any plot spoilers, but I might say something if you haven't made it this far. I'm into like really kind of different stuff. I like art house films and things like that over the years, and independent film. And this is a very strange show. It's a very kind of strange kind of art house kind of television series. And I'm shocked that it is as popular as it is. It's kind of blown me away that it's one of the most streamed TV shows right now. I struggle to even understand what the fuck is going on episode to episode. And I think obviously that's intentional, but it really started to get to a point on the second season where I was really starting to get fucking pissed off, guys. Pissed off. Like, tell me something about where this is going or what the point of all of this is. And then you get to the finale and you kind of realize that none of that matters. None of it matters. What they're doing there, what the purpose of it is, what the purpose of the work that they're doing is, what the purpose of Lumen Industries is, it does not matter. It's been a MacGuffin all along, I think, and you're really just supposed to get into these characters and invest in these characters. And part of me is like, well, that's brilliant. But then the other part of me is like, for fuck's sake, like really, like give me something that I'm supposed to care about. I just don't know. I'm kind of like, if season 3, when it finally rolls around, am I still going to be excited about it? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on Severance. How about that? Like, let's not talk about music in the comments. Let me know what you think about Severance. I don't ever really ask for comments, and I'm going to ask for comments this time. I want you to tell me what your thoughts on Severance are. How about that? All right, guys. Hope you're doing well. We'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.